All right, so now to the race for the White House. Former President Donald Trump says that he will not debate Vice President Harris again, despite Harris saying that she would do another debate. Both candidates are back on the campaign trail yesterday, visiting key swing states for the first time since their debate earlier this week. And the economy was top of mind as both candidates touted their planned cuts if elected.
Under my plan, more than 100 million Americans will get a tax cut. Thousands of dollars of your hard-earned money will go back in your pockets, including $6,000 during the first year of a child's life for young parents.
I'm also announcing that as part of our additional tax cuts, we will end all taxes on overtime. You know what that means? That gives people more of an incentive to work. It gives the companies it's a lot easier to get the people. And, you know, I went to some economists, great ones, and I said, what do you think? They said, it would be unbelievable. You'll get a whole new workforce by doing that.
The election will be here before you know it. In 6 states, early in-person voting begins as soon as next week. Today, Harris will return to Pennsylvania while Trump continues his tour of western states, including in Harris's home state of California. So joining me now with the latest on the campaign is CBS News campaign reporter Jake Rosen. So we already know, Jake, the former President Trump says he's not doing what he says is a third debate because he counts the first one with Biden. So he's already done 2. He is going to be holding a press conference at his golf course in Los Angeles or near Los Angeles. How is he going to be spending his time now in kind of the, what are we're 50-something days until the election? How does it look like he's going to be spending his time?
Well, we'll see what Donald Trump says today, specifically at that press conference right outside of Los Angeles in terms of what another debate looks like. While Donald Trump, yesterday did say that he would not do another debate with Vice President Harris. This is also the same kind of move that Donald Trump made, posting on his social media site that he would not do a debate right before the ABC debate as well. This was about a month ago. So we'll see exactly what happens in terms of negotiating for this, but Donald Trump will be in Nevada later today giving a rally. We saw last night he was in Tucson, Arizona, and we'll see in terms of the former president how his campaign's posture changes, if it does at all, about what the next couple weeks look like, engaging with Vice President Harris, but also his running mate, J.D. Vance, has a debate with Tim Walz soon, too.
So, as you know, there have been a number of Republican political figures who have been backing the vice president. And, initially, a number of the people who were coming forward were always sort of vocal critics of President Trump. And we've talked about this before, that maybe it's not having an impact. But I wonder if, as you hear of another name and then another name, and it's sort of the pile-on, whether or not we're seeing maybe some undecided, some swing voters who are moved by this.
Well, in states like Pennsylvania and just across the country in these battleground states, the election was decided by so few votes, just tens of thousands in some of these states, that anything across any of the margins in terms of just people breaking off from the former president and joining Kamala Harris is notable and important for her campaign to continue to try to reach that ceiling. We know that Donald Trump's campaign believes that they've pretty much maxed out their voter support. If anything right now, maybe some of that support is shifting towards Kamala Harris. We'll see exactly. But, in terms of any of these former officials like Adam Kinzinger, Liz Cheney, those people who are very vocal and supportive to potentially other people who have not yet announced their support for Vice President Harris, we'll see exactly how that changes and if that changes as we get closer to November.
Right. OK, Jake, we will. I know that both candidates probably be spending a lot of time in those battleground states, including Pennsylvania. Jake, thank you.